CaRiDaD. Wow. Breaking down the house. Take that. So CaRiDaD, what, are you okay? Can you talk? Yeah? Yes. Give it up, man. That was like, wow. So when did you start dancing?
Professionally, like maybe about 3 or 4 years.
That's it? And where are you from?
I was born in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And I come from Cuban descent.
Ah, wow. So they went from there to there to here.
Yeah. Well.
Have you been to Cuba?
Yeah, several times.
Nice. Wow. So when did, and you've been just belly dancing for 3 or 4 years?
Professionally.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
When did you get your first belt?
I would say maybe like 6 years ago. It started off as a Halloween costume.
Oh, okay.
I was a zombie belly dancer.
Okay, all right. That must have been beautiful.
Yeah, it was very nice. And I acquired a DVD from somewhere, and I wanted it to be somewhat authentic, so I checked the DVD out for moves. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
To go along with my outfit, and it kind of just progressed from there.
Wow. Wow. So when did you come to New York?
When I was a little girl, maybe about 7, due to the earthquakes.
Oh, so you moved here when you were little?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were little in LA and then you came to New York?
Correct.
Gotcha. So you have like a little accent, I feel like. Why?
I guess. Some people say I do. I don't know.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do speak Spanish, and my mom did raise me with like very strong Cuban roots, and I do travel a lot, perhaps.
Dancing?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hopefully soon.
Right. So are you performing now with your belly dancing?
Yes, I have a home base in Manhattan, a Moroccan place, Tagine,
Oh, nice. Where's that?
West 38th Street.
Okay.
I'm
West
dancing there
38th
Friday.
Wait, West 38th and what?
West 38th between 8th and 7th.
Okay. I know that. That's a busy little spot, that
Mhm.
area. So, at night?
Yes, at night. And this Friday I'm dancing. There's a Moroccan band, very traditional Gnawa music.
Uh-huh.
It's very tribal, it's very like trance-inducing.
Wow. So what happens? Do you ever get induced into a trance?
Yes.
Do you do it when you're dancing, or do you do it when you're not dancing?
Well,
or both?
both. Dancing does enable you to,
To get there?
reach.
But you have to, like, be able to let yourself go there, right?
Yeah, you do have to push yourself. I feel like just when you can't take it anymore.
Then you go into trance.
Yeah, you just gotta push yourself.
Now, when you get in that trance,
Mhm.
do you, like, can you stay there, or does it leave by itself?
It lingers, and
Like, do you lose the concept of time when you're in the
a
trance?
little bit,
You
yes.
can, right? It's like
Yes,
meditating.
Of course. Totally, it's a physical mantra.
Exactly. So, do you, when you're dancing, do you, like, strive? I hate to use that word, but, like, do you want to get into the trance? Like, is that part of the perk?
That is definitely part of the perk.
Yeah, I would think so, because I know I meditate a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand that, but I never did it with belly dancing. But I can imagine that if you're in that while you're dancing, it's got to be a lot more fun.
Oh, totally. And when you're with a live band, there's like this magic
the
that
energy.
occurs. Yeah, it's like this exchange.
Right.
It's very healing, and because you're using a lot of your core, it's kind of like where you keep all like your worries. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's not like
toxic.
working it out.
Yeah.
Almost.
So, what, like, did you know that was going to be part of the belly dancing payoff when you started? Like, did somebody enlighten you to that, or like, did you find it on your own?
I found it on my own because I've always enjoyed dancing very much so. It's like second nature to me. And I've gone to like, several gatherings where people just dance for hours and hours and
Like
hours.
drum circles and stuff?
Drum circles and like psychedelic trance parties and
Okay.
like
Did you drink the
ceremonies.
Kool-Aid?
Sometimes.
Okay, that makes sense. I would think so.
It does give you a boost.
Yeah, of
What
course. Exactly. Yeah.
And because I'm also, my family's from Cuba, I have attended several ceremonies.
Like peyote?
No, like Santeria, like voodoo ceremonies, Santeria ceremonies where they call upon the spirits and there's a lot of like incantation and people get
Wow.
possessed and they do their thing.
So, wow. So you've seen that? Have you ever channeled anything like that?
No.
Anyone in your family?
Yeah, my uncle's in it deep. He's a high priest, and I've seen he's
Do they speak in
initiated.
tongues and stuff?
They speak an African dialect.
Like, do they know it when they're not in that trance? Can they speak it?
Yes, my uncle, for example, he translates.
He translates the tongues of the people that are like going.
Yeah, it's a
Wait, is it like the little guy in the box? Like that must be crazy.
It's pretty wild. It kind of freaked me out as a child, but I'm glad I experienced it.
Yeah. Wow. And are the messages usually like real, legit, like appropriate?
Yeah, they
I
basically they give you advice as to how you should live your life, what you should eat, what you should avoid, what maybe you should get into.
So they do this while they're in this state of talking gibberish or whatever they're talking,
Yeah,
and then your uncle translates it.
Yeah.
So like this, don't eat that cow or something.
Or yeah, don't eat pumpkin, or don't stand in four corners.
So like that day only, or like forever?
No, yeah, just generally.
So don't eat
speaking.
pumpkin. You got that? Don't eat the pumpkin. Wow. So
Yeah,
you
it's
can't eat
different
pumpkin
for
pie?
everybody. It's different for everybody.
Also, just certain people.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it is that they how they go about it.
Right.
But they do. Everyone gets an individual reading.
From the same person, or
Mhm.
so that person goes under like X amount of times for each person?
Well, they're in that trance for the whole amount. They go around the room and they just basically tell you, they give you advice.
And where, what, was this in Cuba or in America?
This was in America in the 90s. There was like this huge wave of like santeros. Like everybody was in it.
Really? What do they wear?
All white, usually for a whole year.
They wear all white for a year?
For the initiation. They have
Wait,
to shave their head
Wait,
and wear all white.
which one wears the all white? The one that's going, like telling the stuff, or your uncle? The translator, does he get to wear what he wants?
Yeah, he does. But there was a point where he wore. See, when you get initiated, you have to wear all white.
So what is this, like a fraternity?
I don't know.
They get initiated?
That's the protocol. You need to kind of like.
Do they get hazed?
I'm just. It's intense. It's intense.
That's
I mean, it's a responsibility. Like once you're in it, you're in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with white robes. It's interesting. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So, but back to your trance, like, what's, yeah, exactly. So Friday, when the Moroccan band is performing,
Yes.
they're playing while you're dancing.
Yes, they are playing while I'm dancing. It's kind of a call and response.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. 2 older brothers.
So they don't do the belly dance?
No. But I mean, one of them partakes in drumming
Okay.
here and there.
Uh-huh.
He likes to write. They're both visual artists. They both paint.
Ah, do they paint you? Have they ever?
One has, yes. He's very good at anatomy studies.
Wow. And that must be beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Totally. And I like to paint too. I mostly consider myself a muralist and a body painter.
A body painter. So what does that mean? Do you pick the bodies you paint on, or like, do they come to you and say, paint me?
Both. Sometimes they come to me. Usually they come to me.
What kind of paint do you use?
Well, there's body paint that you could buy at like costume stores or Halloween Adventure. It's a little pricey. You could also use latex body paint, which dries like it looks like you're wearing a suit. And it depends on the effect you want to use.
Right.
Tempera is non-toxic. You can mix that with glycerin. You could experiment with different like
Paintings.
yeah.
So do you paint yourself too?
I do.
Do you do it often?
Quite often, yes.
Yeah? Like, are you
Yeah.
gonna do it Friday night?
Maybe
When you
a
dance,
little.
like,
when
does it sweat off though?
It depends. Like the latex is interesting because when you sweat a lot, it starts like peeling. So it's almost like a striptease.
Ooh.
It's like another,
Adventure.
twist on
Right.
striptease. Sometimes when I dance, I do wear tribal paint. I also started this performance art group,
Oh, what's it called?
Living a Painting.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and we get painted and we do all sorts of like transformation. Like our themes revolve around like.
So it's performance art, basically?
Yeah, performance art, and there's live music. There's.
Do you have that coming up as well? Any performances?
Yes, possibly in July. Looking for something in July. Looking for something in September.
Do you have a website that you want people to find out all your adventures on?
Yeah, I have a Living a Painting Creation page on Facebook.
Okay, Facebook is where everybody's at.
Yeah, and then there's a website iglownaturally.com.
Ah.
And I'm involved in several projects. I dance for a band called Dance Facade as well. Kind of burlesque, sleazy rock and roll.
So what do you wear for that?
I try to keep it fresh. Leather, and there's whips involved, and masks, and tassels.
Cool.
And
I was watching that actually, like thinking like she doesn't have a bra on and she's doing all this dancing. I was looking, so when you do the tassels, you're not wearing a bra.
No.
So you don't need to. So you're comfortable like that.
Yeah.
You're a lucky girl.
You know what? I've done this like for so long that
Tassels are cool. Burlesque is great.
There's these tassels I want to acquire that are ball and chain. They're leather.
Wow.
Leather.
So if anybody wants to be friends with her, this is what she wants. I'm telling you. Where do you get them?
Oh, you can get them online, like where you get
There
fire toys, what have you. They light on. They're these tassels that you light on fire. It's a ball and chain, and they're pretty wicked. So you could do like different spins.
So you like playing with fire too?
I do play with fire. I'm also in a band.
What band?
The project is called Ex Astra.
Do you sing?
I sing, I play flute, and I play keys, and I dance. It's a visual, musical, theatrical project.
So you're just a woman of many, many, many creative venues.
I'm very curious, yes.
Wow, what's your birthday?
The 12th of February.
Okay. Isn't that like one of the president's birthdays?
That's Abraham Lincoln's
that's Abraham Lincoln.
Charles Darwin.
That's my grandfather's birthday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's got Lincoln's birthday, and then his wife, ex-wife, my grandmother, is JFK. And I always say to my mom, like, Mom, your parents are like, two presidents. She's like, well, I hope I don't get shot. That was her answer. I know. It's like, I know. Well, I think she'll be fine. She's turning 80 this year. So.
Oh, wow.
Woo, love you,
Congrats.
Mom. I know, right? Exactly. She needs to do what you're doing, I think, though. I think it would make her feel a lot better.
Yeah, there's so many benefits to it.
Exactly. I know. You seem awesome. Please come back
Thank you,
anytime.
Thank you so
But
much.
before you leave,
Yes.
it is National Catfish and Strawberry Parfait Day. It is.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I need a skeleton from your closet. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure you have some good ones.
Alright.
Yeah, that you can remember.
I know, there's so many
Yeah.
here and there.
Tassels that you set on fire.
Yeah, no, they're okay. I kind of cyberbullied this one chick once with butt plug images. And it was kind of silly of me, but it was an ex-boyfriend of mine who bought this butt plug so that we could use it, and we never did. And then he ended up using it with this other girl, and I found out about it.
You get them all.
I bombarded her with I told my nephew who was 15 and his friend.
Did they know what it was?
Yeah,
They do now.
I'm just she was very upset.
She was probably more upset because she didn't know what he was about. Or did she? I don't know.
She was just she wanted to get the authorities involved and
Well, we don't want that.
all of that.
No, we don't want that. Well, that's a good skeleton, my love. And
My favorite one of the day.
yeah, she wins the prize. Exactly. So give it up for CaRiDaD. Yeah, you want to do the fire trick? Who wants to see the fire trick? Yeah. And then I'll say thank you. Wait, let me just say, can you do it while I'm talking? All right, cool. So we're going to say goodbye. I want to thank Ray Galindo so much for helping organize this day. And Jerry, thank you for being here. Brad Flicky, Richard Barone, George Cameron and Left Bank, Ronald Hart Jr., and the fantastic CaRiDaD RiVeRa. Love you, Michael Jackson. Thank you, Caroline Stewart, who runs the show, and Harlee, thank you so much. Otto Shrunkenhead, we love you, even if you bully people about IDs. We know you don't need it. And I feel like I'm glad I'm not the Wicked Witch right now. Oh no, she liked fire. It's the water, right? Wow, look at this. Wow. Are those marshmallows?
Wow.
Outstanding.
Alright, beautiful.
Yeah. CaRiDaD! Woo! Thank you.
Happened to